Well, residents of a mining disaster, residents in a town in the Free State where there was a recent mining disaster are heading to court. They want the incident which led to the town's dam wall bursting declared an unnatural disaster. Several families were displaced as a result, and at least one person was confirmed killed. Let's speak about this now with Andries Nkome, a representative for the Jagersfontein residents, joining us this afternoon on Daytime Update. Thank you for your time and your patience. Let's talk about the declaration, or at least the pursuit of a declaration, of an unnatural disaster and what it would mean and achieve for the people of Jagersfontein.
Good afternoon, Thandekile Mkhototo, and thanks to your viewers. What we have is instructions to approach the court simply because the provincial government went and declared the Jagersfontein mine disaster to be a natural disaster. And they are going on ignoring the plight of the municipality to say, let there be cooperation, let's try to work together and make sure that we are able to, one, assist our people to make sure that they are comfortable, but secondly, be able to make sure that the culprits that are supposed to be fingered out of what transpired here are essentially effectively brought to book. What we saw is that the provincial government has gone on without even seeking the cooperation of the municipality by building a show house, which stands there and is very, very poor quality. So what we have now is a need to go to court and say the provincial government cannot go on and make sure that it applies relief to the people of Jagersfontein without the cooperation of the municipality. One other example is that they went on to build a power line. They went to build a power line on top of a water main line. Clearly, they did not consult with the municipality. So we have instructions to approach government to say this is not a natural disaster. It's an unnatural disaster for which somebody is supposed to be found guilty. But second, we also require that the government must make sure that cooperation takes place properly to assist the people of Jagersfontein.
That's quite interesting, Andries, as far as things go, because in the last 24 hours, there was a briefing in the Free State where the Premier, Ndombela, was quite pleased, in fact, about the level of cooperation, or to use the government phrasing, spirit of cooperation, especially from the side of the mining company. Would I be right to say that as things stand, there appears to be more of that cooperation between the provincial government and the mining company, but not so much including the municipality and the people affected?
We have got instructions on behalf of the municipality. It's a host municipality as per the disaster. So therefore, the declaration of a disaster was supposed to have been made by the municipality itself and not the province. That is the first instance. And the kind of ignorance that the province treats the municipality, it's there, it's palpable. You can tell now when you go to see the show house which has been built by province, that it's of a very, very poor quality. And that was done without the cooperation of the municipality. Second, like I said, that the province has gone on to build a power line on top of a water source. Clearly, that is happening simply because the municipality is not showing the provincial government as to where water sources lie and where electricity pylons are supposed to run. The last instruction that you also have is that the municipality or the mine is ignoring clients that we represent. It's ignoring the fact that we represent the municipality. They are clandestinely going behind our backs to seek to meet the mine as well as the municipality as well as the individual clients. And this, we say, is unethical. So we are going to be bringing an application to stop the further flow, the further risk of the mine collapsing. So we would like to have the mine stop operating until such time as we've been able to deal with the plight of the people that are in Jagersfontein. So
you're taking action against the provincial government and the mining company?
Indeed so. There's a need for cooperation. There's a need for a proper declaration of the disaster to be an unnatural disaster, and it's supposed to be declared by the municipality. And secondly, the mine is acting ignorantly, arrogantly the way that it did, simply because it's continuing to operate. So we are going to be approaching the courts to stop the mine from operating until such time as we have dealt with the further possible risk to the lives of our people.
And you and I spoke, I think it was last month, about the situation in Jagersfontein, and already there'd been a pronouncement made about the availability of the 20 million rand from Jagersfontein Developments, the mining company, for intents of relief. Have any of the people you represent received any of that money?
We went to one of the meetings that the mine tried to call with our clients without involving us, which we say is unethical. When we went there, the mine then left the meeting and said that until such time as you come to us without lawyers, we're not going to proceed with making any offers to you. So we are saying the amount that they have offered will not be sufficient to deal with the plight of the people that we have. We've got more than 160 houses that need to be built. Again, we've got the provincial government that says they're going to come through and build 40 square meters of houses. We've got people that have built themselves proper structures, and we are saying relief must be to put these people back in the same position that they were prior to the mine collapse. We've had people that have done extensions. We've had people that have a lot of furniture within their houses. And if the government is going to be offering them, or the mine is going to be offering them 40 square meters of residence, it's going to be an insult. It's going to be making sure that the very same disaster that they had continues.
But Andries, are the community members and the municipality, in fact, let me talk about the community members specifically, are they all on the same side, or have they been split in two?
The mine has been going into the community and splitting, trying to convince people to stand against being legally represented. And clearly, we are saying the mine is supposed to be held criminally liable. It's supposed to also be held civilly liable. So the mine is going to act even further unethically by trying to speak to our clients. Some people are not sure as to whether or not they should proceed with a legal service, but the municipality, as well as most of the very same people that we represented, are still continuing to say there's no way in which we can ask for relief or assistance from the very same people that we blame for having caused our demise. So therefore, clearly, we hope that over time, we'll be able to get everybody on the same side. We'll be able to get everybody to confirm that we must fight hard and make sure that the mine pays to the last cent, including for environmental damages. What we have also said to people is that there is no way in which the mine will be saying, we're going to put you exactly in the same position you were prior to the collapse. There's no way in which the mine will be able to say, we'll build you a house, but we will also pay for environmental damage. So the mine is trying to cut corners and speak to people directly and take advantage of their dire situation. But that we are able to say, with the clients that we remain with, we're going to fight the mine up until such time as the last cent is paid.
Briefly, when are you going to be filing your papers with the court?
We are finalizing the papers, and we should be done with them by the course of the following week. And we hope then thereafter we'll be able to approach the court and get a favorable date. And
you don't think dialogue can work outside court at this point?
We have tried. You remember that we arrived in Jagersfontein. Posaluo's attorneys arrived in Jagersfontein a day after the dam wall collapse. And already we took instructions from the municipality, and we started taking the instructions from the affected family members. The mine representative was there also, and we were saying, processes in front of courts will take time, but it will be best and easy that we try to communicate and find one another before taking one another to court. But for the fact of the implications of criminal liability, in my view, they decided that they're not going to continue with negotiations. They will just wait on us to take them through to court, and they should pay as per court order.
Andries Nkome, good to speak to you. Thank you, sir.